How's it going out there, everybody? This is Dave LeClaire with MakeUseOf.com, and today we are taking a look at something a little bit different, and that is an MSI AG220 21.5-inch all-in-one gaming PC. That's right, we are looking at an all-in-one gaming PC, a combination you don't see very often, as you tend to see large, bulky laptops or full-size desktops, but you don't generally see an all-in-one form factor. So, is that all-in-one form factor any good for playing games? Well, keep checking out the review and you will find out. Also, make sure to listen through to the end to find out how to enter for your chance to win this $1,200 computer for yourself for free. So let's start with the look of the computer itself. It's actually quite beautiful. It has a nice red and black design, plenty of ports on the outside, a nice vibrant 21.5-inch screen, though the only issue that you'll find with the screen is that it does have a little bit of glare. So you'll notice when you're using it, if there's a light source behind it, that it will reflect off the screen and it kind of hampers your gameplay a little bit. But as long as you position the computer in a way that you won't have a light right behind it, you shouldn't find that to be too much of a problem. One of the most important parts of any gaming PC is going to be the specs. After all, that's what's going to determine whether or not it can run the latest games. Here you're going to find a Core i5-4200H CPU, and you're going to find an NVIDIA GeForce GTX 860M graphics card. That's a 2GB card, but the key thing to point out is the M. That means it is a mobile graphics card. It is the same card you will find in a laptop. You're also going to find 12 gigs of RAM, one 8GB stick, one 4GB stick, and a 1TB hard drive, no SSD on this model. So basically the specs are kind of middling. They're not great, but they will run pretty much any game you throw at it at least medium specs. You're not going to be running the latest games on Ultra. So here you can see we're taking a look at 3D Mark and we're running it through the benchmark software. And you can see that for the most part the frame rate remains pretty steady. But it is important to note that this is not running it through the high-end benchmark software, but it's in the middle. So you see that there are some drops, but it's not bad. It definitely gets the job done. Again, this is basically a laptop with a larger screen, so that is something to keep in mind as far as the amount of power that you're going to get, and that is why you do see some of the frame rate drops that you wouldn't see from a similarly powered desktop PC. So here we're taking a look at some gameplay. We're taking a look at the new Tomb Raider game, which is a fairly advanced game. This is not the definitive edition, so it's not the full super up-res one, but you can see it is still pushing the hardware pretty well. You can see the graphics definitely look quite good. So even though this is using mobile hardware, it does put out some pretty solid graphics. Moving over to Divinity Original Sin, you'll notice that it actually will not let us turn the graphics up beyond medium. Now, Divinity is not a super advanced graphical game, but it is not a light game either, and it is pretty new. But it is odd to see that you can't even turn it up to high. It reads the hardware and says, nope, can't go any higher than that. So again, you can see where the limitations kind of come into play here. Overall, as far as a PC gaming experience goes, it's not bad, but at the same time, you are sacrificing that portability that you get with a laptop, and you are sacrificing the power and price savings that you get with a desktop. So it kind of falls in the middle in the place that doesn't make sense, and it actually makes it kind of easy to see why not many people out there produce all-in-one gaming PCs, because you lose the ability to carry it around with you like a laptop. You lose the power that you get with a desktop. So at this point, I would say that your best bet is to either get a desktop or get a laptop. I would not recommend getting the all-in-one unless you are in a very rare situation where you don't need to move it around, but you have a small desk that can accommodate a full desktop separately. Once again, this is Dave LeClaire with MakeUseOf.com. Make sure to head over to the site to enter for your chance to win this awesome computer, because whether or not we think it's the one to buy, a $1,200 computer for free is never a bad deal. So head over to the site, enter to win. Make sure to share this video with your friends so that they can also enter to win. And we will see you guys later.
Their leader said something about escaping with a stone.
Stolen from this dungeon, I imagine. Can we get inside?